There is something there. Go back, go back, go back to this sound. To play for the trees, this musical refuge. I saw it one day. This image. Were they hidden between mountains? Dancing on solid ground? Did they play for the trees? Bright as day, that sound. Emerging from a round body and long neck. The player resting on its strings. And suddenly, I felt as though I had found what I was missing. A distant past became present. Something's there. Maybe resting in the neck, surviving in frets, or lasting on the bridge. Go back, return. Go back, return. Go back, return, go.
Here's Roy Clark, the famous hee-haw banjo pickers, the whole hee-haw gang, and bile them cabbage down.
A 1, 2, and a 1.
Where do we start? A clear history is a privilege we don't have, so I guess we'll start here.
Out behind the hen house on my knees, thought I heard a chicken sneeze. Only the rooster saying his prayers, thanking the Lord for the hens upstairs.
So you want the banjo to be sitting nice and upright in your lap. And when I say upright, what I mean is a lot of people have a tendency to kind of slouch when they play. And then this
Actually, let's start here.
starts to slip this
I'm learning how to play this beginner song called Boil That Cabbage Down. I'm not musical, at all. The first time I heard the banjo was at the International Biscuit Festival. I wanted one ever since. It was just something about that sound. I didn't look like the people I saw play, but I got one anyway. Then I saw this painting from the 1700s. It's called The Old Plantation. It's one of the earliest images of the banjo we have. I didn't know black people played the banjo. I didn't know that they created it. Made by the enslaved. They used materials that reminded them of home. They stretched pigskin, gutted sheep, carved wood, and hollowed out board. Uniquely their own. Someone would play, and they would dance. It was their musical refuge. They look so in tune, I can feel it. I just can't play it. Well, yet. Hi, Dr. Wellman.
Hey.
Hi. My name is Candace, and I'm a beginner banjo player. I saw your work with the Oakland Public Conservatory, and I'm learning how to play this song called Boil That Cabbage Down, and I would just love to get some expertise if you had the time.
Absolutely. It's always a yes, yes, yes. And boil them cabbage down. Wow. Boil that cabbage. Yeah. That's one of the first tunes I learned also on banjo. You talk about being an older person coming to the banjo. I mean, you're 26. I was 56. I remember I felt like I had come home. I think the thing that happens that's special is this way that playing together connects us with our humanity. If you're a Black person, it's tricky and it can be challenging. I think because these jam sessions or old time jams are generally very homogeneous.
What is a jam session?
It's where people get together in music. You don't want to do this. You want to just go. Yeah, and let that thumb rest right there. There. That's right. You're so musical. Never mind. I'm gonna put you up here. You're like,
You look so pretty.
The banjo is meant for Black people to play. It's our birthright.
I call this the boom chicka strum, or the basic strum. So when you hear me use those terms, I'm talking about what we're about to learn right here. A little basic boom chick, how your hand should be held. I'm going to give you a couple angles right now. Here's a kind of a reverse front angle. Here's how it might look like. And brushing through with letting our thumb catch on the quicker you'll understand what I'm talking about there. So again, chick,
I went to a jam session I heard about online. I don't know. I was embarrassed to play. I didn't know what to say or what to do with my hands. No one looked like me. No one. I mean, all the videos I watch about how to hold a banjo, how to play the song, how to claw hammer. I don't feel connected to them. There are a lot of reasons for why that is, but if I'm being honest, I've been hung up on one. The banjo I strum is a product of minstrelsy. It was the biggest instrument in America at one point. I can't help but imagine what it must have been like to hear the audience laugh, to watch them parade around with objects you hold sacred, a forceful erasure over time. It's this violence against our bodies and our joy. I can't. What I play now is a version of the minstrel banjo. Boil That Cabbage Down is a song they'd sing in blackface. The first time I saw it, I wish I hadn't. It physically hurt. It was a joke to them, our face, our music. It makes me never want to play again. So, I guess that's where our story ends. I can't play something that caused so much pain. I need help. Hey Hannah, we spoke earlier about taking a banjo lesson with the Black Banjo Reclamation Project. I've been really struggling to continue and would love some guidance, and I want to know if you were still interested.
Yeah, definitely come up north, and we'd love to see you and get some banjoing in.
It's really hard to have a narrative of the banjo that doesn't include oppression and slavery.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair.
Are you ready?
So this was a banjo that I had made in 2021.
How do you put these, like, the little, what are they called?
They're upholstery tacks.
Slay. Here, we can trade.
Yeah, I'm sorry that it's not a little bit more playable, but that's part of just being in process, right?
Yeah.
Probably bring a little more functional. I can bring more banjos to actually.
So with this one, you used a bandsaw to shave it down?
Well, not to shave it, just to shape.
To shape it.
Do you want to show me on your banjo that you've been practicing on? Banjo. It's not actually about like being the best one. It's about using that as a way to connect with people and to learn something about yourself at the same time.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
But we're going to these spaces and I still don't see a lot of people that look like me.
Yeah.
And a big part of what you do is about community building. So how has that experience been for you?
If I had to put it into one word, I would just say patience. You know, like if I want to go play the banjo with black people, then that's valid. Like that's a thing that should be supported and people should have our backs. I mean, honestly, so it's like if you slow that down and if you kind of like break that down, it's kind of like strum, strum, thumb, strum, strum, thumb. So it's good to start.
I have a question that I've been wanting to ask you. I was thinking, what if we host like a black banjo jam session and you can perform and then I can play, or I can try and play Boil That Cabbage Down.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like a really cool idea. I love that.
My roommates, whenever I practice, she always sings, boil that cabbage down, boil that cabbage down, boil.
Play like boil that cabbage down, but I can sort of try.
And yeah, the jam session is just a great idea because it gives us the ability to play and to create together.
Right? And it ends up being like strum, rest, strum, thumb. So it's like da, 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 da. But like, as you do that, like you'll develop other sort of like rhythms can come from that.
There is something there. Go back, go back, go back to this sound. To play for the trees, this musical refuge. I can still hear it. The joy remained still. A history almost erased. How do I return this? Can I bring it to the future?
just being willing to pursue music is a huge bravery. If you're willing to be vulnerable in that space in your life, there's a lot of other things that we might not believe that we can or should do that maybe we can have the strength to do.
You have the right. Give it a little diddle.
Teach me.
Okay, put your first finger on this fret right there, and then pluck this string, and then you want to slide your finger all the way down to the 5th fret.
Oh, I know.
You're like
rip the string off. Hold on, maybe I should just practice plucking. That's a good pluck, right? Oh my god, good job! Wow. You just needed the motivation of our vocal.
Yeah. This is really rough.
Yeah.
Pressure.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta stay consistent.
Let's really test my
Okay.
We have so many things that make us individuals. And we celebrate those differences, yes? Community and belonging is something that helps us to function. Please get settled in for a very fun night. Everybody say peace. Peace. Everybody say joy. Joy. Everybody say connection. Connection. I love that we're fostering that in this room tonight. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce Lee Johnson. Lee was able to learn the fundamentals of claw hammer banjo, and if you don't know what that is, you're about to find out.
Y'all know that it takes a long time to tune a banjo. So therefore, y'all just gonna have to deal with it. That sounded good, didn't it?
She likes her cabbage stewed and paired with mom's oxtail because that is the way that it was meant to be eaten. I would like to introduce to you the Black Girl Magic, the Banjolina owner, Candace Miller.
Finding the banjo has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my entire life. It's like you found a piece of yourself again that you hadn't seen in a really long time, maybe a piece you didn't know existed before. And I feel so blessed for it to have found me. And I've been so blessed to meet people like Dr. Wellman and Lee and Hannah, who have supported me and said that I was meant to play this and it was meant to find me. Just to emphasize, I am a beginner, okay? So please be kind.
Last but certainly not least, I would like to introduce to you our next performer, Miss Hannah. Yes, Miss Hannah, we ready for you, girl. They are paving pathways for restorative narratives to use music as a tool for transforming our world.
Water's falling from the sky, leaning, lapping up in piles, puddles mudding up the road to travel, soul and untold love.
Thank you guys so much for coming here. One thing about joy is that joy may sometimes have to go away, but joy can never be destroyed. It can only grow. So I'm so glad that tonight we got to see joy grow. That's it. Let's jam. I think we have accomplished our mission tonight. Thank you, and good night to all.
Funding for Real South is brought to you by ETV Endowment of South Carolina, National Endowment for the Arts, and Wincote Foundation.